Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you come into the live, make sure you mash the thumbs up button. It allows YouTube to spread the notifications out. And we most definitely want to catch the algorithm in this one. Time to sound the alarm. Time to sound the alarm. HR 6666. I'm going to quantify this situation to the best of my ability to help y'all understand the true agenda behind this HR 6666. What's good with y'all? The real Derek Jackson. How's it going, family? Who else we got up in here? We got Shane Bernard in here. Elijah Curtis in here. Yeah, I'm glad y'all catching another live stream. We about to go in. We about to go in. We got Kara in here. How you doing? How you doing? What's good? What's good with y'all? Man, I'm glad y'all catching this live. Now, last night I was notified by various people, man. People was hitting me on my inbox on IG. People was hitting me on my inbox on the WhatsApp. I mean, people was emailing me about this HR 6666. And that's probably the last time I'm going to say that title of what it's called and whatnot. Let's just call it HR. All right? Now, people want to know what it's all about. Let me put it out there like this. The satanic elite operate in three ways. They operate in three ways. One is manipulation, one is deception, and one is fear. Yes. Right now, with the HR bill, you're looking at a fear mechanism put in place. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at a fear mechanism. See, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bill. It's not a law. They introduced the bill to Congress on the 1st of May. It's not a law as of yet. Will it become a law? Possibly. Possibly. But the bottom line is, it is not a law. All right? Now, I'm just going to first off put that out there because everybody who is covering this particular story is not telling you that part. And I'm going to let you know because I don't want you to be fearful. Even if it is passed as a law, you should not be fearful. Because actually, a lot of what is going to come with this law, I've already been saying this for weeks now. I've already been saying what the true agenda of this HR is for weeks now. It all ties together, and we're going to get into some sources on this video. I'm going to quantify this situation fully to the best of my abilities. All right? So first of all, it's not law yet. All right? Now, let me tell you a little bit about the bill. And I'm on GOV track. All right? That's my source right now I'm working with. GOV track. The bill will provide $100 million in grants to faith-based organizations. To faith-based organizations. I want y'all to listen clearly. Clinics, medical centers, and other organizations which perform testing for COVID-19. Tracing of exposure to COVID-19 or services for individuals who are isolated at home. The funding could be used to pay their staff or purchase personal protective equipment to protect their staff. No provisions in this bill would make testing or quarantining mandatory. The bill includes privacy protections for the medical information of individuals that will limit how grants organizations could share information collected with the federal government. A large-scale disinformation campaign has made absurd claims about the bill. Now, that's what GOV is claiming. Now, I like to use what they say against them. All right? Now, there's many people that are covering this story. They have their own individual spin on it. Even when you hear the media speaking about this, you got to understand, news reporters have their own spin on things as well. So I want to hear what the government has to say about it. And I'm going to quantify and break down and dissect what they're saying. And I'm going to show you what this is all about according to prophecy. All right? According to prophecy. Make sure y'all mash that thumbs up because we about to go in. If you in this stream, hit the thumbs up. It's some real pertinent information going on right now. All right. Now let's go there. Now notice the $100 billion in grants are going to faith-based organizations. Now, what's considered a faith-based organization, one may ask? Something I've been saying for weeks. What did I tell you was going to happen with these churches and organizations? What did I say that was going to happen with these churches? They're going to be used as processing centers. I've said this years ago, not even just throughout the weeks. These churches are going to be used as processing centers for vaccinations and for testing. It's coming. Clinics, medical centers. This bill is to basically provide all of the materials needed. Materials needed for this testing. All right? So that's what it's about. Now, here's the interesting part about it all. The way that they're going to determine how they're going to utilize this particular bill is by something called contract tracing. Contract tracing. Again, for weeks now, I've been speaking about this contract tracing. Now they put a title to it. Now let's see what the contract tracing is. Let's go to apple.com. All right. We're on apple.com /COVID-19 /contract tracing. I'm on apple.com. The first thing that comes up on the screen is you get an Apple sign, and then you have a slash, and then you have a Google sign. All right. Now I've been saying for weeks how Apple and Google have teamed up to trace people. All right. So when you go on apple.com /COVID-19 /contract tracing, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see an Apple sign and a Google sign. Now I done said for a long time what FG was really about. While everybody was promoting fear tactics, FG was really about surveillance and tracing individuals. Now let's go there. Let's read what this says. It says privacy preserving contract tracing. All right. Across the world, governments and health authorities are working together to find solutions to the COVID-19 pandemic, to protect people and get society back up and running. Software developers are contributing by crafting technical tools to help combat the virus and save lives. In the spirit of collaboration, Google and Apple are announcing a joint effort to enable the use of Bluetooth technology to help governments and health agencies reduce the spread of the virus, with user privacy and security central to design. As part of the partnership, Google and Apple are releasing draft documentations for an exposure notification system and services of privacy-preserving contract tracing. Now, here's the real spooky part about this. This information that they can divulge while working together will include your medical history, whether or not you are in a quote-unquote hotspot. Like, let's say they allow your city to be open back up, and you're in an area where a lot of people was quote-unquote contracted with COVID-19, and you're in that particular area. They can use Bluetooth technology to trace you and say, okay, You're in a hot spot. So now we can alert authorities. We can alert a local law enforcement. We can alert the health authority. We can alert people. Matter of fact, what's the name of that health authority? Let me give you the facts here that they can alert. I want to leave no stone unturned here. The health department, as well as the CDC. They can alert the health department as well as the CDC, all using your phone. So that's why I've been speaking about being careful with your phone. But let's talk about the overall objective of this HR. Now it's called the 6666. The devil is working overtime to promote fear. And they're letting you know straight up, right in your face, that this is Luciferian. All of this is satanic. The New World Order has began. And they're letting you know straight up, there's no cut cards. They're telling you right there in plain sight what this is about. All right? So it's you got to choose your side at this point. Now, let's go to the scriptures, right? Let's go to the scriptures. I'm going to Revelations 13, 16 through 18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hand or their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. His number is 666. Now, can you all see me and hear me clearly? Somebody says that it's freezing. Put a 1 in the chat if everything is good. Now, okay, it's good. We got some trolls in here. Okay. So, let me tell y'all an interesting story. My Patreons, I already told my Patreons this story. It happened yesterday. But yesterday I went into a beauty supply store. I needed to get those little clips, to get my dreads retwisted. Soon as I walk up to the door, right, it's a police officer standing there. And he stops me. And he's like, I got to scan your temperature. And I'm like, I was caught a little bit off guard. I was drawn back a little bit. So I was like, for real? He's like, yeah. Now I'm going to scan you. This scan gun is not going to touch you, but I gotta scan your forehead to check your temperature. I'm like, oh, okay. So he scans me. I walk in, I purchase what I need. But as I'm walking in that store and I'm thinking, my mind is thinking, I'm getting a download from the Most High. I'm sitting there thinking. And I said, you know what? This is one huge social experiment for the mark of the beast. Let me read this again. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their foreheads. So they're acclimating individuals to scanning the foreheads. See, it's going to come a time that you're not going to be able to walk into a place and purchase something unless you get scanned on your forehead. They're already starting it. So what you're seeing now is what everybody called conspiracy theories. You're seeing these things become a reality. All right? You're seeing these things become a reality. So that's what they're incrementally pushing the mark of the beast. It is a test run. It's a drill. So when they put this HR right in your face like that, they're telling you that they're going to start the beast system. And they're letting you know that the beast is attached to it. They're going to be straight up with it. They're going to be straight up with it. So now it's a defining moment where you got to prepare. See, the Most High God, according to this word, it says, depend on the Lord for thy daily bread. Depend on the Lord for thy daily bread. Now, you're going to either depend on Satan's system or you're going to depend on the Most High. Now, what it's going to take for the righteous is to begin to prepare. Get into the spirit of preparation. Determine in your mind what's really essential right now. Determine in your mind what's really essential. We need to learn how to till soil, plant gardens. We need to learn how to knit and sew. We need to learn how all of these real essential trades and skills. I'm seeing people saying that the stream is getting cut. If y'all can hear me and see me, mash the thumbs up. Because they're trying to stop this stream. They're trying to stop this stream. Is everything good? Can y'all see me? I'm seeing a lot of comments saying they cutting the stream. We good. See, y'all know that the truth is coming out. There's no need for me to even, get angry or agitated because, listen, I've been experiencing cyber harassment for a week now. I've been experiencing a great deal of cyber harassment for a whole entire week now. I'm getting my applications hacked. Some of the things that I'm seeing on these computers, you would think that I'm crazy if I told you some of the things I'm seeing. But luckily, I got proof. And soon as it's a time to divulge the proof that I've been cyber stalked and cyber harassed and they shutting stuff down and things of that nature, I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it. So yes, HR is a bill. It's about government surveillance. It seems that when it comes to this COVID-19, if you have any level of disbelief of what mainstream media is telling you, they're coming full-fledged. And I'm going to tell you what this HR reminds me of. I'm going to show you how Satan operates on fear and why it's important to remain fearless through all of this. You know what this reminds me of? You remember when you was a child, right? And you was playing hide and go seek. And if somebody got close to you, and you would get nervous and your heart rate would go up and you would move more because you're nervous and you would end up moving or getting excited to the point where that person will find you because you make a certain noise or, you get nervous and move and people can feel your energy. When you play in hide and seek, if somebody is afraid and they're hiding, you can almost feel their energy and it makes you find them, right? With this HR 6666, it's the same damn thing, I'm telling you. This is how these demons operate on your fear. Here it is, they drop a bill that's not even passed. They drop a bill that's not even passed, and all your social media personalities are spreading it like it's already done, like they're about to get their door kicked in. It's all to keep the sheep in line. It's all to keep you fearful. Especially people who have the lack of knowledge. Especially people who have the lack of knowledge. They want to keep the rest of the sheep afraid. Here it is, you got various nations rising up because they know, or I should say, I'm not going to say they know, they believe that COVID-19 is a hoax. That's what they believe. So you got these people rising up. They're protesting. They outside of Wisconsin, outside of the gym doing push-ups in the streets because they want the gyms open back up. You got people rising up all over the place because they don't believe the nonsense. So now, you know what? It's time for Uncle Sam, Big Brother. It's time for him to start the flex. That's all this is. It's a flex move. It's time to intimidate the people. And a lot of people in social media, they play a big hand in intimidating the people. But you know, right here on this channel here, on New Breed to the world over, you're gonna get the truth. I'm not gonna spread fear. I'm gonna tell you to remain fearless. But I am gonna warn you and tell you what this is about. This is about the mark of the beast. They're ushering it in. They're using fear. They're using manipulation. They're using deception. They have put all of these mechanisms in place. So either you can fall for it through deceit, you can fall for it by feeling manipulated and encouraged to follow the mark, or you can do it by utter fear. Fear of your life. Fear of losing your life. Based on what they're pushing. That's what this is about. Remain fearless. Remain fervent. Remain strong. Remain balanced. Stay in the scriptures. Stay prayed up. Fear no one but the Most High God himself. Fear no one. Fear nothing. And stick to the facts. While all this is going on, stick to what they say. All right? Because the devil tells you the truth. And he does it in a manipulative, sly, cunning type of way. But he tells you the truth. He tells you the truth. And you just got to read between the lines. You got to read between the lines. So instead of going to your social media personalities, unless they're going to reputable sources of what's coming out of the horse's mouth and can read in between the lines and actually see what's going on using sources and tell you facts, don't believe it. Because everybody else you got three type of people in this earth right now. You got three type of people. You got sheep, you got agents, and you got targeted individuals. You got sheeps, agents, and targeted individuals. The sheep, they just going to follow wherever they're led. They're just going to follow whatever. They just going to follow wherever the flock leads them, all right? They're going to follow the grand scheme of things, right? Then you got those who are agents. Those who are going to promote fear. I like to call those people Judas Goats. A Judas Goat is a goat that resembles a sheep, but they're just leading sheep to the slaughter. And they have different tactics. Fear is the number one tactic that they use to lead sheep to the slaughter. A lot of these people that you think is a sheep just like you, that you feel like is relatable, that you can relate to, because they have a nice personality and they can speak and they seem to be quote unquote normal. The people that you look at on social media that you relate to, some of these people are Judas Goats. They're not sheep. They're Judas Goats. They look like us, but they're leading us to the slaughter using fear. Fear is the catalyst for every malevolent spirit on this world. Fear is the catalyst. If you got fear in your spirit, every other demon can inhabit you. And that's the biggest tactic that they're using right now. So time for y'all to cut the line in the sand and really focus on what's real. Preparation is real. Preparing is real. So also you targeted individuals. If you are a targeted individual and you experience neighborhood mobbing, street theater, you experience a great deal of resentment from people in your inner circle. You've experienced social distancing and being outcasted before social distancing was even heard of. If you're one of those people, you can see. You've always can see. It was in your conscience. Now it's your time, more than ever, to lead the sheep. Let me repeat that. Targeted individuals. You have a responsibility to lead the sheep because you already knew what was going on. And now it's time for you to tell the sheep what is going on. Now it's their choice whether they want to listen. But the Most High put a responsibility on you. You wasn't targeted just so you could talk about, oh me, oh my, I went through this and I went through that. No, you were targeted to be a light to those who can't see. And I don't care. You can show them by sharing these videos. You can show them by just being verbal with them, telling them what's going on. All in all, if you learn it from this video and the videos of other content creators that lead you to a path of righteousness and not fear and not uncertainty, then share those videos. Rock with those people who are giving you that truth. Even if you got to verbally speak these things that you're learning. But it's time for the targeted individuals to become the empowered individuals. It's time for the targeted individuals to become the empowered individuals. It's time for the sheep to go through the same thing that the targeted individuals went through. For a long time, they was out here calling us crazy out here in these streets. They said that we was crazy. No, ladies and gentlemen, you was not crazy. You just knew too much. You just knew too much. All right? Paper Chaser says, I keep seeing people post about, okay, that comment was retracted. All right. Justice says, do you have to consent to any testing or scanning? I don't believe the bill is mandatory, nor why would you allow them to scan you for a hair item? No, they scanned me on the way in to the door. Why would they allow? I'm going to get what I'm going to get. Listen, at the end of the day, that was the first time I was caught off guard. Hey, I was already at the door. I needed my clips. I went in, grabbed the clips. It is what it is. I allowed it. But I can tell you this right now. It won't be, once that mark of the beast come, hey, it's going to be things and provisions already in place. And I'm working towards preparing. I'm not going to be allowing nobody to implant no microchip in my hand or my head. And I'm going to say this as well. Learn from that. Because that's a mistake I made. You're right. Learn from my mistake. Never again am I walking somewhere and allowing them to scan me. I allowed that, but I'm not allowing that no more. I'm actually with you 100% on that. I'm man enough to see error in things because you know what? At the end of the day, this whole situation is frustrating for everybody. It's frustrating for everybody. It's damn near 90 degrees outside and people are trying to scan for temperature. Maybe my temperature will come up a little bit high because it's damn 90 degrees outside. And, you know, I'm irritated that you're bothering me while I'm trying to go purchase something. So, you know, we got to be wise out here. This thing is becoming like communist China. This is supposed to be the home of the free. This is supposed to be the United States, right? But it's becoming communist China. You scanning people. Oh, your temperature a little high. What's going to happen if my temperature is high? Most likely they're just not going to allow you in the store. But who's to say what's going to happen in the future if your temperature's high? But I'll say this. Let me say this as well. I believe that this is a test drill in a sense because I know for a fact that this is about the mark of the beast. This is a social experiment to see how people are going to receive this type of treatment. That's exactly what it is. the virus is going to waver. They're going to make sure that this virus wavers. They're going to use it to do whatever it is they need to do. They're going to make sure it wavers while they're incrementally opening things back up. It's really a false sense of security. It's really a false sense of security. And what it's for is to get you comfortable with this system. But once they implement what they want to implement, this mark of the beast, this is interesting because I studied this 10 years ago. Follow me here, y'all, because I got a lot of talking points. This mark of the beast, I studied this over 10 years ago. I studied the very chip. I studied the digital angel. I studied the RFID two-way radio frequency chip. And what I realized is that they were going to focus highly on your medical information because this chip will have your medical information on it. So now I can kind of piece things together what they're doing right now. So right now they're going to let it kind of waver, but they're going to try to put something in place where there's a database of your medical information. It fits right in to the mark of the beast. It literally fits right in. This puzzle is coming together exactly like the scriptures prophesied it. So we in that time, ladies and gentlemen. We in that time. We in that time not to fear, not to worry. If you don't feel comfortable with letting someone scan your temperature, then take your services elsewhere. That's what I'm going to do moving forward. But anyway, all in all, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank y'all for catching this stream. Let's see what y'all got to say to people. What y'all think about all of this? I want to make sure y'all in the right spirits. Everybody seem to be in the right spirits. Y'all got to excuse me because I got to manually feed the actual chat. Yep. What do you think about black fraternities? All fraternities are part of the... let me put it this way. All fraternities are part of the same fraternal order. All right? All of it's Freemasonry or low levels of Freemasonry. I don't think no fraternity is worth joining because every fraternity tells you to dismiss your actual culture and your actual nationality in order to stake claim to being Greek or something else other than who you are. I'm just not with it. Yeah, absolutely. It's Boule. Frats of Mason, straight up. But hopefully this answered y'all's question regarding this HR bill that they're about to pass. Listen, it's a bill. They may pass it, they may not. They may not. It's been introduced to the House May 1st. Don't listen to all these fear mongers. It's nothing to worry about. Nobody's at your front door. Nobody's forcing you to do anything right now. Just prepare. Get your things in place. Begin to make moves. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on IG at NewBreed404. I've been doing a lot of nourishment and health stuff on there. I've been doing a lot of meal prep and foods and stuff like that. I'm dedicating my IG specifically for food, meal prep, nourishment, things of that nature. Vitamins, herbs, things like that. I'm not going on IG speaking no type of truth. All right? Well, that's truth too. But I'm not going to the extent of speaking these videos and going. I may do some lives with some health specialists. Also, if you don't follow me on Patreon, follow me on Patreon at patreon.com/newbreed with a capital N. A lot of the videos on there are already exposing a lot. Things from months ago that was censored and deemed inappropriate on various social media sites are right there on Patreon. Also, if you're interested in the Jamaica Spiritual Retreat, I'll leave the WhatsApp number down in the description box. Thank y'all for watching, family. With that being said, shalom and peace.